Now, for students graduating in 2020, the challenges to entering the world of work seem huge. A pandemic, a likely double-dip recession, and many employers with staff working from home. So it's not surprising that digital skills are seen as vital. The Bright Network is a UK organisation which tries to connect employers with the next generation of talent. And this week, it's launched a free scheme to bring digital skills to thousands of students over the next 5 years. Well, joining me now is James Uffindell, who's the founder and the chief executive of the Bright Network. James, thanks very much for joining me. Why do you think it is that digital skills are the ones that we appear to be missing?
Pleasure and good morning, Victoria. We've got both a huge crisis, I think, and a huge opportunity in digital skills and young people. So the UK tech economy is worth about 140 billion a year. But the lack of digital skills is projected to cost the UK economy about 180 billion over the next 10 years. And in a nutshell, we're not creating enough young people with digital skills. So our research shows that 72% of Bright Network members, who are students and young people, feel they lack the digital skills to enter the workforce. And even more concerningly, about half of STEM students, so our science, technology, engineering and maths graduates, about half of them also feel they lack the right kind of skills to go into the world of work. So what we've launched is Bright Network Technology Academy to really with the mission, it's to aim of 100,000 students over the next 5 years and upskill them in digital skills.
OK, so what is it that they will learn through your network that will allow them to get a job, effectively?
Absolutely. So at Bright Network, we're partnered with about 250 of the world's leading employers, so everything like kind of Google, Amazon, etc. And we're going to be doing two things. Firstly, when they're on campus and when they're on the Bright Network platform, they're going to be learning digital skills, essentially. So all those things you need to learn in terms of things like kind of Python, React, Java, DevOps. So giving them that kind of that base level knowledge that will really help them into the world of work. And secondly, once they've graduated, we're going to be putting them through a really intensive 12-week course. So to take them almost to a kind of grad plus. So rather than them coming out of university and kind of not having the right digital skills, they will leave university and go through an intensive 12-week boot camp, about 30 hours a week, delivered by kind of world-renowned experts to upskill them in digital skills and then essentially make them work ready so they can join organizations and really hit the ground running to help us build back better.
I'm just thinking about what we were saying right at the beginning of this interview about how difficult 2020 was for many students. How much do you think COVID has set students back in terms of their work prospects, do you believe?
You're absolutely right, Victoria. It's been huge. So we have a confidence tracker. And in January, roughly about 60% of students were confident about getting a role when they graduated. That fell to about 30%. So there's been a huge collapse in confidence for students. And also our research showed about 65% of graduates and young people had an internship or a graduate job offer withdrawn from them. So it was absolutely significant in terms of the pandemic and the impact on their prospects. And we also know from research from the Institute of Financial Studies that if young people graduate into a recessionary environment, their prospects are damaged. So we're doing everything we can at Bright Network to make sure we build the workforce of tomorrow and make sure this generation is ready when the recovery comes.
Yeah, you mentioned there about internships being cancelled and the like. I mean, one key thing that appears to be lacking on lots of CVs of young people is work experience. And, you know, as good as it will be to upskill students in digital skills and the like, there is no substitute for a real workplace. So what do you do there?
I couldn't agree more. And in response to the COVID crisis, we made a huge investment in something called Internship Experience UK. So over the summer, we delivered 1 million hours of online learning doing 3-day virtual internship experiences. So these were delivered remotely, 3-day experiences. And we had over 120,000 applications for that, with firms delivering real-world learning. So it was a great example for students to be able to put that onto their CVs, get experience. And this is an example, I think, of how there are silver linings in the pandemic. So, for example, the world business leaders who were taking part in that program could open their laptop on a Monday morning. A student might be somewhere in the world. They can open their laptop on a Monday morning, and they can get that interaction, that communication. So that's been one of the positive things I think that's come out of the pandemic and the importance of skills.
It's fantastic that you're doing this, and it's great for the UK, but I'm thinking about students around the world. I mean, are these programmes happening elsewhere? I mean, are other businesses trying to offer this?
Yeah, I think the UK, I would say, is a leader, I guess, with maybe some of the other kind of more developed economies like the US in giving these skills. But what was really exciting, in terms of what we saw over the summer with Internship Experience UK, was students coming on board from all over the world. And let's face it now, talent is global. There are brilliant people and brilliant young people all over the world. And the challenge of how we get these bright young people into the world of work so they can uplift their societies around them and help their local companies develop is a global challenge. So it's a very exciting problem to work on.
OK, all right, we'll leave it there. James Uffindell, the founder and chief executive of the Bright Network, thank you very much.